It's time for some motivation, and today, well, we've been joined by Fola Daniels, an inspirational speaker who's a trained communicator. He's also an expert there. As a renowned author with more than 5 published books and a quintessential public speaker who speaks professionally and trains effectively, he'll be talking to us today about location versus vision. Welcome to the show, Fola Daniels. How are you?
Thank you.
All right.
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm doing fantastic. How was your weekend?
Slightly busy, but good.
It's okay. I had a dashing one. If you want to ever hear about it, we should hang out sometime. But let's do this. We're talking location versus vision on today's show. First off, let's give our viewers a bit of an understanding on that topic.
Okay, so the issue of location versus vision speaks to people trying to move to a particular location, thinking that that's where they can succeed. You know, we always have this dreamland, and I think everybody has a dreamland.
Yeah.
And you think that once you get to that location, all your problems are automatically solved. Some people want to go to a particular country, and they think that they're just going to pick money on the streets, or all their money problems will be solved once they get to that country, all their marital issues, whatever it is they're going through. They just believe that once they get to that country, everything will be solved. And there are those who believe that wherever they are, they can succeed. So today, what we want to address is to say that it's not really about the location sometimes, because what you have in you is what determines what happens at the location. Okay. So if you go to a good location and you don't have all the right sources within you, you're still not going to succeed. And I'll give you a quick example. Right. If you plant in a good soil and you don't nurture that seed will still not grow well. And you can plant something else in another soil where there is not enough water, the soil is not really a good one, but if you pay all the attention to that seed, you give it enough water, in that bad soil, there is a possibility that that seed will still grow and do very well compared to the one that is in a good soil that is not nurtured. So you must understand that your vision should come ahead of choosing a location. What kind of vision do you have? What plans do you have? What skill sets do you have? If you don't have a skill set, if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a plan, wherever you go, the location will not be able to support you. It was the late Archbishop Benson Idahosa that was credited to have said, if you are a lizard in Nigeria, wherever you go in the world, you will not become a crocodile. You will remain a lizard. So you don't expect to have that larger than life picture just because you've gone out of Nigeria or because you've changed your location. And it's not really about whether you're going out of Nigeria or you're staying in Nigeria, because for some people, their abroad is Lagos.
Well, let me ask you this question, Fola Daniel. So what exactly is responsible for that mindset, that concept that people have that once I leave this location, it's going to be better for me somewhere else? What's responsible for that? I think that question needs to be asked.
One of the things, that's correct. One of the things that is responsible for that is the success that other people from that location have displayed over time. You know, when people move to a location and they show you that I went to this location and I succeeded, some other people think, okay, why don't I just go there as well? They don't tell you what they did. They don't tell you about their struggles. Many of them don't tell you how difficult it was for them, or how they slept under the bridges, or how they went for days without feeding. So someone else just assumes that if I take my gift, my skill, or whatever it is that I don't even have to the new location, then there's a possibility of success. One of the things we need to put to consideration before going to a location, just because someone else has succeeded there, is what kind of skill, what kind of gift did that person go with to that location? Because you may have a particular gift that is useful in that location, or your gift might just be useful somewhere else. So if you don't look at the relevance of the location to your personality, your giftings and all of that, you're just going to go to a location and you will frustrate yourself. Take a look at our lifestyles generally. Do you know that some people, their lifestyle typically will make them adapt easily if they move to a country like the United States?
True.
Some others will never survive until they go to a place like UK. They are so reserved, they are so conservative. Imagine a reserved person trying to live in the US. Their lifestyles are not the same. and someone else will not just survive, except they go to maybe the Caribbean, where, they're just hippie, they're always energetic and stuff like that. So you need to look at what you have inside of you before you make that decision about a location, and your skills because some locations will kill your visions.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
If
so
you
Fola
think
Daniels.
that location will support the vision, it just might kill it.
Okay, so I hear you now. You're telling, first off, what kind of skills am I carrying with me if I choose to change locations? That's a big question. However, what kinds of skills could prove the best in that? Because I know there's a lot of people out there who are thinking like, okay, so what should I be able, what should I be able to do, or what kind of knowledge should I have? What would you advise? Or would you just simply advise people to just stay put?
Find your own purpose.
Okay.
And once you find your own purpose, you will then determine, in line with your purpose, the kind of skills that you need. So if you're going to change locations, you will then be looking for a location that supports your purpose and your skill set. So you can't just decide one day, I'm going to this location and everything must work. If you're doing something, if you're speaking a lot and you want to move to another place where they don't have busy companies, they don't have corporations, they don't have organizations, and you're talented at, training, talking to people, question is, who are you going to be training when you get there? You're going to have to change your skill set, or you're going to have to look for something else to do in that location. So if you have a skill set that doesn't match the location you're going to, you will frustrate yourself. So identify your purpose. After identify your purpose, build skills in line with the purpose that you have identified, then find the right location that supports that kind of purpose. That's about the best thing, because there's no generic skill set I can tell anyone to go and work with, because I don't even know where you're going to. However, even if you build a skill because of a given location, you may get there, achieve all the success in the world, and in your wee years or your late years, you may just begin to regret everything that you have done, because purpose will only give you fulfillment. All those other things will give you success, not fulfillment.
All right.
So that's what I tell people to do.
Well, Fola Daniels, thank you very much. And we have heard you. Thank you for that. A little bit of motivation, and also what you need to consider if these are your thoughts. We look forward to seeing you on the show again, Fola Daniels. And of course, do remain if you're still listening, or rather watching us from home. We've got more Wake Up Nigeria coming your way. My name is Mazino Appeal.